Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just back again with another video of the sequence of the end times. And so just kind of a quiet day today. The weather's not very good, and just wrapping up 2020, just kind of reading the Bible and that kind of thing. And so coming across a lot of good stuff. This is in 1 Samuel 2, and I'll just read the first bit of it. And this again reaffirms the sequence of the end times. Not a big shocker that it's always salvation, wrath and plagues, and then God returning with his elect and destroying everybody with the mark of the beast. And so we see that again here. 1 Samuel 2, and Hannah prayed and said, "My heart rejoiceth in the Lord, mine horn is exalted in the Lord, my mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation." So it's gonna talk about salvation first at the beginning, and so we have that reference, and it'll happen again. "There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee, neither is there any rock like our God. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly, let not arrogancy come out of thy mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty are broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread, and they that were hungry cease, so that the barren hath borne 7, and she that hath many children is waxed feeble. The Lord killeth and maketh alive, he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich, he bringeth low and lifteth up." And so this just reminds us that God's involved in every aspect of everyone's life, and just know that. And it's ultimately things that he's doing. It's all of his will and his quote unquote movie. Verse 8, he raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes. So this is exactly the same language as Jeremiah 31:8. And so I'll read that as well. And so, the Bible is consistent and amazing. And so you will never find a contradiction, if you understand the sequence and the heart of God. Jeremiah 31:8, "Behold, I'll bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither." And so that's the blind, the lame, and the elect, and then that is God's elect, my people. And so just know that. And so we're told that again here in 1 Samuel 2, verse 8, "He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes." And so God's heart and mind is with the poor, to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. Again, it's a flat, stationary earth reference, that the earth does not move. It's static. Verse 9, "He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked will be silent in darkness." And so we're talking about salvation all the way up to the beginning of 9. And then again, it's talking about salvation of the saints, and then, the poor and the beggar. And so they're going to be saved. And then it's going to talk about plagues. And so it says right here, "And the wicked shall be silent in darkness." And that's a reference to Revelation 16, where it talks about a power outage happening in America, and so just know that. And so it's always salvation, then it's a reference or specific about, plagues, which are wrath. And then after that, it's always God returning to destroy everybody with the mark of the beast. And we're going to see that. I'll read 9 again. "He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness." Again, read Revelation 16 to understand that reference of the plagues. "For by strength shall no man prevail." And so it's over. This is now essentially God exercising his wrath, and you can't fight God, and win, obviously. Verse 10, and we're told that here. "The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge to the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed." And that's referring to his elect. And we're told that literally in the first line, "Mine horn is exalted in the Lord." And so my mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. And so the consistent language just within the chapter itself tells us here in 1 Samuel 2:10 that Christ returns with his elect, to exercise this judgment, where he's going to, like it says in 10, "The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces." These are adversaries of God, not us. And so just know that God is choosing then to use his elect to destroy his adversaries. That's the important thing. And it's going to be out of heaven. And so it's going to be a battle in the sky, this quote unquote space force and all that kind of stuff. And an important thing here is that the Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, which is again an indirect flat earth reference. But this is when God returns to destroy everybody. And so salvation, it's always salvation, it's always plagues or wrath, and then it's always God returning to exercise a judgment and a quote cleanup on the entire earth with his elect. And so again, 1 Samuel 2 reaffirms the end times, not a big shocker. God's DNA is everywhere in the Bible, and then he's operating, appears very clearly that he's operating the exact same manner throughout human history, and no different in the last days. Hope everyone's doing well. Bye.